this is my room now in Belfast. I just reached here. Yeah, so I reached Belfast around 30 minutes ago. I was struggling to get the room key from downstairs, and now I'm already inside my room, and this room looks like a little bit strange. Hi, good morning everyone. So right now is 7:30 in the morning here in the Belfast, and I will be looking for my tour pickup point today, going for a day tour, but somehow it's unfortunately raining early in the morning. So let me go ahead and see and find. So today day tour is about full day tour, and it's about a Game of Thrones episode shoot here in Ireland, Northern Ireland. I am not that much fan of Game of Thrones. I haven't watched even one episode also, so I have no idea about that. But as far as I know, that the view and the location is really beautiful. That's one of the reasons I'm going there. And there are some other places around that they will be showing us in that tour. So I booked this tour almost $51 US dollars for
first stop. That's all I do, 10 minutes. When you get back onto the coach, you pay me, I give you I'll just have to mark it down, and then I order your ticket for you later, okay? So it's a combined price. It saves you of $6.50. That's how much it saves you, $6.50, okay? Now remember I said it's all memories. The rope bridge is really good, folks. I have that there, okay? Have a look at it, by all means. No problem. You have a look at it. Our lunch stop today as well, folks, is very good, okay? We have people back there who do watch Game of Thrones, and I know that for a fact. For the Game of Thrones fans today on the tour, our lunch stop, when you go into the pub, okay? Even for the people who don't watch Game of Thrones, you will know somebody who watches the show, alright? So, when you order lunch, they have a Game of Thrones room. That's a business, so they want people to have lunch to have to use the room. When you finish your lunch in the pub, you then come in to see me. I'm going of Thrones room. Out my window on the left hand side, you see a graveyard coming up. It's not really the graveyard I'm showing you, but it's the two houses beside the graveyard. Now if you look... Children of the Forest goes way back to the start of the White Walkers. There is places in Northern Ireland, guys, that is open. It's going to be open for tours. Places that HBO bought. Okay. There's also going to be a number of prequels, and then there's talk about spin-offs. Season 8 ended by obviously Arya. She went away in the boat. Okay. Obviously Jon went back to the Night's Watch, and also obviously Sansa, Queen of the North. So there's 3 spin-offs. Okay, that they can't do. There's nothing that we doing. Okay. Now, for anybody that maybe knows Maisie Williams, who I used to look after, she has openly said that she does not want to do any more Game of Thrones stuff. But I was invited by Maisie to watch the King's Landing season 8 of what was happening in season 8. That's over beside the Titanic Studios, by the way. King's Landing set. I was invited by her. I had to watch from afar, from a distance, okay? And I was talking to her. She took the mic and she sung the song of the Wizard of Oz, Somewhere Over the Race before, and she gave me a cheeky smile. So I'm going to put this out to you girls today, I bet you. Why girls? I like girls singing, guys, that's why. First girl today, out of all the girls, might be New Zealand, might be Argentina, might be China, might be Philippines, okay, Australia back there. First girl that will tell me later, you'll sing a song that we do. Two people, it's 2 houses, it's the people who live in these houses here, you see. You see the people who live in these 2 houses here, they cannot be buried in that graveyard. They cannot be buried there. You know why? They're not dead. Oh dear. See Trisha from the Philippines? See when you sing for the whiskey later, when you share it to the people in the bus? We'll see what happens. That's very guys. Very good. So it's going to do ABBA. ABBA's very good. No, the Beatles. The Beatles. Which Beatles song are you going to do?
All I Love You.
Tell me, because you know, because of my Bluetooth on this bus, I can play it when you can sing it on the mic, because this mic is on, see? So it still comes through, the song will come through the actual if there's not a girl singer, I might let it go for a guy singer. Might let it go for a guy. Say this time of year, Christmas and all that, coming to Christmas. Girls first, maybe a guy there. Okay. So coming up here, folks, out my window, you're going to see the largest crowd just coming up here. There she is there, see there? You see when that first went up? See the people who live here? Your old car wash. Where are they? Ah, hello! She likes me, hello! I come to see you again. I'm going to drive in there someday, right? In my own car. Nice number 3. There's Mrs. Cash. Give her a wave there. Hello, Mrs. Cash. There she's up there. Look at, oh, she's up there. I can't believe you're waving. That's her, see that, Mrs. Cash? That's a very famous woman. Now, folks, back to reality. We're back to reality here, guys. See you here to my left, Manners Bar and Lounge, Woman of the Green. That's the worst pub in Ireland. That is the worst pub in Ireland. Why is it the worst pub in Ireland? You see, on a Saturday night, before you go in there on a Saturday night, you're searched at the door, right? If you do not have a gun, they give you one to go in. I'm joking. Right, here's Red Bay Castle. Here's the tunnels first, right? But you see, Gaelic football was not my sport. It's not my sport, right? Yes, I had to tell him. That you have that brother sister thing going on, right? But we've seen a different light to Jimmy when he went and saved Brienne from the actual the bear. You remember that? But he always came up to me when I was on set, and he always said, "How's your day?" That's the words he said. A goat. It used to be the fisherman's responsibility, folks, to cut the grass. Now, if you're a fisherman, where do you make your livelihood? At sea. Portrush too. Any golfers on the tour today? We play golf. Who? Who said to play golf? Well, anyhow, in July time in Portrush, all men in a 100-mile radius of Portrush had to lug up all their female family members. Why did they have to lug up their female family members? There was a very famous tiger that was let loose in Portrush. Now, I'm not talking about a tiger escaping from Belfast Zoo. Mr. Tiger Woods, everybody. That's why they had to lug up their female family members. The British Open was in Portrush. If we were to drive past Portrush later, submarine, yeah? During the time of the war, Germany thought that was a submarine. So what did they actually do? They bombed it, they bombed it, and they bombed it again. And they went back to Germany and they said, you never guess what the British have invented now. A submarine that doesn't sink. Right. There's the first glimpse of Scotland. Does anybody know which part of Scotland over to the right hand side that is? I'll give you a clue. There's a very famous Beatle that has a home there. Mr. Paul McCartney, or sorry, Sir Paul McCartney. That's the Mull of Kintyre. The Mull of Kintyre. Okay, that's this over there. Now folks, I'm hoping most of you guys today get Irish jokes. Will you do me a favour today on my tour? You see, if you don't get Irish jokes, you see when you hear people laughing, would you join in? Please, just join in. The saying that I love Australians. I have to say I love Australians. I have a couple of Australian characters on my tour, which you'll find out. And the saying better late than never. See where New Zealand's sitting behind me? See you girls? I had an Australian girl sitting there one day. 30 minutes after I told the joke, what did she do? She laughed. 30 minutes after I told the joke. Now we have a very famous Irishman here in Ireland, folks. His name is Paddy. Paddy the Irishman. We're very famous. We call him Paddy. Now not so famous was Paddy's first lady. That's the wife. Her name, Mary. Now, if anybody on the tour today has a wife or girlfriend like this, I would strongly recommend, folks, don't agree with this. Whatever you do not agree. All Mary ever did do was nag him. Or if you do want to, Paddy, you can spend £50 and we will bury her here in the Holy Land for just £50. Thanks very much. Legally, guys, there is nothing stopping me today or any day going into the pub and sitting down having a pint of Harp. That's what I drink. Harp. H-A-R-P. Lovely. Harp. But my problem is, folks, you see me, I'm not a comic. I'm a real Irishman. I'm not a fake. Right? I can't stop with one beer. I cannot stop with one beer. If I have one beer, I come out in the pub pissed, right? You guys drink for me. Makes me feel good, alright? Drink for me. We always say Thursday is the start of the weekend, but every day when you're on holidays, guys, is the weekend in the end. Every day. Now, and the odd Monday for people going to jail. Sorry, getting married. Sorry about getting married. Does anybody know what you call the type of people who marry on a Monday? Anybody know what you call people who marry on a Monday? Tight. Cheap. They don't like spending money. Unfortunately, guys, you do get people who don't like spending money. And I don't get it, guys. Because I always say, folks, when you die, you cannot take money with you. There's a lot of rich people in the graveyard. You live once, enjoy life. This also castle here, folks, is haunted. It's haunted. Like Game of Thrones fans, guys, I want you to look up behind that. The one up there. That was used for filming Game of Thrones. We're going to talk about that shortly. This is a haunted castle. If you're brave enough, you can spend the night in the ghost room. They will give it to you for discount. Or on one night only. You'll get your night in the ghost room free of charge. What night's that, folks? Halloween. The ghost room is up here. Now, for the Game of Thrones people on the tour, Ballygally has a Game of Thrones store. A Game of Thrones store. You see, 3 years ago, two of the very famous trees, they bought me a pair of direwolf cufflinks. I'll not tell you the price, they weren't cheap. And I was in Gulf April last year, and I was showing off the cufflinks, and people seen the cufflinks and says, where did you get them? Well, I say, well, I do a tour. That's the grounds of the castle in there, and that's Ireland's only Gothic style church on my right. Now, it's not a referendum, okay? Arlene do? Swallowed one of her earrings out of her ear. Now thank God that the earring was not a diamond, because I did not have time to wait, if you know what I'm saying. So I'll give you a little bit longer here, folks, to go in.
we are here inside the
I think I've heard about gambling. Jamal, it rings me a bell. I think I've heard it before. Is there someone famous with that name?
not so sure.
This is so cool.
20 minutes are not enough to explore this place. Yeah. We are here in the cave. It's a very nice place.
Northern Ireland became basically what started the troubles here in Northern Ireland and why we have the peace. Now we only have 95% of peace, but it take weeks. But here, I'm going to talk here, folks, about basically other stuff that's filmed. Let me pass the menu as well, guys. Okay. Now have a look at the menu. She made a song. She recorded the song Alfie. Well, Fionn Greyjoy's return home scene. He walked up the steps. I have to put my sunglasses on, guys. It's just not because the sun's shining. It's just a cool. No, now glare will give me a headache. You see that? So that's why glasses on. Now we're talking. Yeah. So he walked up the steps, and he was met by the cobbler. The cobbler says, "What are you carrying?" "Various oranges, wine from the harbour, and the heir to Pike, and the Iron Islands. The only living son of Balin Greyjoy. Me, don't like wine woman's drink." So, who turned up? His sister, Yara. Now, Fionn did not know that Yara was his sister. Now, Yara, of course, knew that Fionn was her brother. You remember the famous horse ride, "How's your father?" Now, for the people who don't watch Game of Thrones, there's a lot of how's your father in Game of Thrones. Now, Fionn sat on behind Yara. You remember the hands? You remember all that, guys? Yeah, that happened. That was the first time that Berwick Bay used, or Game of Thrones used Berwick Bay for filming. You may have noticed, guys, you get into a lake. You see when it stays dry, the water then recedes out to sea. The weekend's good, guys. Tomorrow's a good day, and then Saturday's a good day. Logarima, the vanishing lake. There it is. There. See. Now, all our stuff that's filmed here today in the Turkey. I want to name a few here. Dracula. Anybody watch the movie Dracula Untold? Hellboy. Any Hellboy fans? Anybody watch Hellboy? Hellboy 2. Hellboy 2 was filmed in the Giant's Causeway. What about Star Wars? Any Star Wars fans? See the recent Star Wars movie? That was filmed at Malin-Head. Now, Malin-Head was Skywalker's part. Okay. Does anybody watch The Fall? Anybody watch The Fall? That stars Gillian. Anybody watch 50 Shades? Yes. Well, The Fall stars Gillian Anderson, and the second best looking man in Northern Ireland, Mr. 50 Shades himself, Mr. Jamie Dornan. Okay. And because times have changed here, folks, that Warner Brothers have now a studio in Belfast. Now, as you're looking through that menu for lunch, where we stop for lunch today, guys, you're going to go straight down to the bridge and cross the bridge, and then make your way back. The battle, right? I remember when she took off the helmet, there she was, Lady Brienne. There she would go, christened Lady Brienne. When we do get off the bus at the harbour, you just tell me what you want at the harbour, and that's when I'm going to order lunch for you. So, now, again, folks, I mentioned Euron Greyjoy when he fought Jaime in the cave. You remember Euron Greyjoy? I'm sorry for the people who don't watch the show, this is just going over your head. You have to watch it. I don't know why you don't watch it, by the way.